Oh, good evening. Right. So I've had a bit of a tidy up, much needed tidy up. Um, right. I'm going to try not do wobble cam, but we'll see. Need one of those proper gyro things. Anyway, I had a bit of tidy up. The fuel tank that we removed last night is down here. I've emptied about 20 litres into that and into the generator, and I've put another 20 litres out into a jerry can that I finally found in the daylight today. I have moved all of the bits of interior trim and things like that that I've so far removed up to the room above here. So it's all out the way, and yeah, so we've got. Oh, I've added a light up there as well, so we get a bit more light on this back end. So I'm going to. What are we going to do today? A few bits. Let's get rid of this boot lid because it's just asking to be clonked by things. So we'll get rid of that. Someone wants the glass, the front and rear glass. So I. I think I need to get someone in to remove it, right? I think I keep discussing this. You know what it is? It's the temptation, right? The temptation is to have a go yourself, right? But this is not the car to do your first glass removal on. I don't think. Anyway, yeah. Okay, so where were we at? Right, front corners off. Right, exciting. Had a little read on the forums. Oops, where are we? There we go. Had a little read on the forums regards these rear hub nuts, and yep, righty tighty, lefty loosey on both of them seems to be the consensus by folks that have actually removed them. So that's great. So yeah, so we're going to try and put a bit of aggro on this and see if it moves. I do not at all want to break my nice chunky long breaker bar, and I am absolutely certain that that is going to go. It's got to. So what I might try, I've got some other. I've had, over the years, I have had many of these, basically Halford's Pro kits. So there's one. There's another one. I think I've had 3 more over the years, and still got a few of these. I am tempted. I wonder how strong the ratchets are on them. And even if the ratchet goes, we could always get the welder out, right? I did think about actually getting a, I don't know. Oh, look, here you go. There's one that's already snapped in the past. I did think about getting maybe just one of those chaps and welding it up in some way, shape, or form, so that I can just, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. I'm going to give it a go with one of these. I've got enough of them to sacrifice one for the cause, and see what happens. In fact, we'll give that a go in a second, right? Because that's fun. Interior, I want to just move that back, the back passenger rest off there. We perhaps actually whip some door cards off as well, I suppose, the rear door cards and quarters. We'll see. And what would also be nice is to try and get the to remove this boot section in here. Can't really see, but there we go. The inner well of this boot, so we can get down underneath. And obviously, if we can get these hub nuts off, then we can try and remove the suspension. So yeah, there we go. Now, hopefully, the audio is going to work a bit better tonight. It was a bit quiet yesterday, so I'm told. I saw on the comments. So what I didn't realise was you get comments on the videos, but we also have like a live chat kind of thing. In fact, I'm just going to put this down here a minute. I'm just going to go and have a little mess around and see if I can. I've got a screen in my garage that comes from the computer, so I can sort of see that this thing's still live recording and there's audio. So yeah, I am going to, let me just turn that, there you go. I'm just going to try and see, how do we do that then? So presenting, selecting stream. Yeah, I thought there might be a way to see the live chat docs. Oh yeah, there we go. YouTube channel chat. Okay. Well, live and learn. Didn't know that was there. So what I'll try and do. Testing. Un, deux, trois. Let's see. Welcome to live chat. Okay, community guidelines, blah blah blah. Yeah. So it does work. All I need to do is work out how to get it so I can actually see it on the screen. All right, it's still, you know what, for someone that does IT for a living, sometimes you do have to wonder. Right, there we go. No more. Streaming tips, be safe online. There we go. Right, okay. So I think we're good. Oh, there we go. Right, okay. I've managed to organise the screen somewhat so I can actually see what's going on. And yeah, let's put it back on that view. I don't know what's the best view actually. I think that one is the best. I've got a full sort of iPhone view as well. Though I've been reading, and it sounds like the best bet is to go with a GoPro camera if you're going to try wirelessly. If you're going to use fixed or a digital SLR, right? But a digital SLR is going to be a chunky beast, and it's not going to be cheap. So I'm not going to do that. Right. Okay. Right. Let's have a go at this. Let's have a go at this hub nut. So I got rid of the bonnets as well. Let's have you come back here. Let's see. I'm just going to jam you in a drawer in my toolbox. There you go. Possibly. All right. Yeah, let's see. So I was going to go with the old jack handle. Right. Well, it made a clonking noise, but it didn't rotate it. Sounded promising, but not. Okay. I think maybe. Do you think that was the ratchet giving way? Wowzers. The thing is, it's still, the ratchet itself is still on there and happy. I think maybe my socket's coming off. Thing is, I don't want to be really holding on to this while I'm putting quite this much. Now I think, you know what it's doing? It's breaking through the ratchet. But that's how tough they are. But obviously there is a point, right? So come down here. Oh, I just know this is going to break it. I don't want to break this thing. And the thing is, I can see it. Can see them. See the metal flexing. No, I'm not going to do it. I think the thing to do is get the right tool for the job, right? Rather than break lots of tools that aren't really made for the job. I mean, at the end of the day, these hub nuts have been on for quite some time. So, yeah. I think what we'll do, we'll try manufacture. I mean, if I got a little extension bar, and give myself something, let's face it though, it's going to have to be blooming strong. Or what if, okay, bear with. If we drilled a hole through that, slid that through there, no, okay, this is alley, no, steel, metal, alley, no, that's not going to work. Unless I've got any steel. No, I've not. A piece of an old something or other. Pop that through. Weld it on. Weld it in. Possibly. Okay. Maybe. I'm gonna I will revert to taking a look, seeing what maybe I can get a 1/4 inch breaker bar that's, yeah, a little more substantive. Yeah, okay, cool. Right, let us whip out the in fact, let's take off the boot. So what we got. So the boot is held on by a couple of little hex head nuts, or we can take the whole, okay, or we can take the whole bracket out, and then we've got a wiring connector down here, I guess, yeah, is, okay, coming into this thing, just here, it just mounts onto this, there we go, so, there we go, you can just pop that through, there we go, it's got a little cable tie on there as well, so, yeah, so, 2 hex head there, 3 on there, so let's have you, oops, set up there remote. I'll just get some. Right, what do I need? Yes. Right. Okay, so need one of those, and where did I pop a new set of bits? Right, what the blooming heck did I do with them? It's the problem with tidying stuff away. All right, never mind. We'll use the old one. Let's see what size it is. It's a 6. Of course, it's a 6. Found the battery charger for the little chap. Oh, that's a tight one. Okay. I'll whip that out. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to pop that. Pop what? Just leave one in the top. So I've got something holding it up on that side as I'm here on my own. The other side. Okay. Okay. Don't want to do is drop this on the screen. Yep. I didn't undo that cable tie, which is a bit stupid. Okay. Got in here. Got anything snippy? Sort of. Something pointy. Tough cable tie, that one. Right. Okay, so assume the position. Happy days. Oh. One boot lid. Tailgate. Put that down there. Just a job. Right, well, while we're here, see. Cool. Right, let's rip off the brackets as well. You know what? I do need the longer one. What we got there? 7. So these little hydraulic struts They have a little retaining clip on them. All you got to do is pry off, he says, when I've got something to do it with. I've not. It's something a bit smaller. Yeah. So you just need to slide this metal sleeve back, he says. And then that just allows you to pop it off the little ball on the end and pop that back in place. Okay, so now I can get to the third bolt, which is just in the center. There you go. One boot bracket. Do the other one. So same again. Just prise out the little clip. Without stabbing myself. All right, there we go. Put those in the to be eBayed pile. Okay. Right. Get rid of these bits as well. The retaining straps for the fuel tank. And a little mount for the evaporating container. I listed a few bits on eBay today. I had a little session where I had a bit of time free from work, so got some bits listed up. The fuel tanks are about 250 quid, which seems very reasonable for quite that amount of aluminium. But you can actually get them new for about 350 quid, I saw on Eurospares. So yeah, who knew? They did look like they were going to be, for that sort of thing, a lot more expensive than they actually are. But there we go. So yeah, folks are selling them with the pumps. So with both pumps in them for a couple of £100. So I can only imagine they don't go wrong very often, basically. So it's not like they're in any sort of great demand. But there we go. So yeah, one that could be sitting around for some time to come. Yeah, it's a hell of a cool tank. So I don't know. You do wonder whether it could be useful for some sort of kit project or something like that. Anyway, right, I'm going to spin out. So I'll show you this. So down here we've got the this little sort of, it's like a GRP or plastic insert. Just got some, what are they, 10 mils or something like that. So yeah, we are going to spin those out. So bear with. Oops. lost you. You're back. Excuse me. So let's go in there. Oops. No. Okay. Whatever. Don't know where to put you. The little tripod mount I've got for this thing is okay, but it's a bit flimsy. It's a bit made in China. Let's see. So I think, yeah, I think it's going to be a 10 or a 12 or a 13. Let's see. 10s they are. Right. So yeah, just spin these up. One snap through there. Oh well. Been quite a while since I took this off last time. There we go. Right, so okay, so I think if I remember correctly, yeah, I have also got a little 13 mil, yeah, 12 mil, 12 mil, no, 13 mil, just there, that's holding the heat shield from below. So let me just go grab a spanner to get on the bottom of it. So yeah, get on that. So we just need dun, 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 dun. 12, 13, 12. There we go. Yeah, I think this is certainly not factory to have this, but my little heat shield down here was in poor state, so this was the only way. Well, it's not the only way, but rather than get a new heat shield, I thought I'd just make sure it didn't go anywhere. Right, as you can see, the whole thing just sort of lifts out, which I can't do one-handed. So you're coming with me, I'm afraid. And there we go. We are left with a hole with a bit of heat shield in it. Kids have found sweeties. We've got trick or treaters. Right. So yeah, with that out, I'm just going to pull this heat shield out. It's of no use to anybody. It's absolutely mank and knackered. There we go. The rear of your gearbox down here. So this is all the gubbins that does the F1 shift and such like. You've got a little pump in there somewhere. That's quite a common failure. I've replaced mine. But actually, with this up here, you can see how really straightforward it is to get to the twin back boxes now. So that's the next job. Throw that outside. There we go. Right. Yeah. So yeah. We'll whip these off. I think again we just got a couple of little couple of clamps on there, and then we've got little hangers. There's one here. I think there's one on the other side down there, and we should be able to get the exhaust. We'll do this one over here first. And pop you down there. There you go. So yeah, so I think that's a 10mm, is it? No. The whole garage stinks of petrol at the moment. Well, you know, I wasn't really watching, and you know, I left it siphoning, and it may have sort of overspilt a little bit. But yeah, whatever. Right, so I'm going to try and get across to this clamp here. There we go. That's one. And then, while we've got the right spiral, I'll come and do the one over the other side. So just behind you. There we go. Okay. Right, and then what we've got then is these chaps, which I think are 13s. I feel like it. I think they are. Okay. So one there, one down there. Can't really get the little rattle driver on it. Let's just have a go with the what we say, 13mm. And 13. All right. One. Two. I'm going to do the ones just on the other side of you. Okay, and then I think we've got there are a couple more. They're probably sitting really, yeah, okay. They are there. They're just under this wheel arch liner. That's one. I'm not sure I can get to the other one. Oh, maybe I can. And basically, it's okay. Or maybe. That is it. This one is no longer connected. Ow. Got my head. Right, so that is now loose there. Cool. Okay, so with that loose there, we do the same to the other side, and then I just need to drop, in fact, I might be able to just drop that now. We've got the center exhaust section here, being held on by a single bolt on each side. He says. Oh no, it's not, it's held on by two. There's one right at the back as well. Can't get to the back one. Okay, all good. So there we go. One aftermarket back box. Let's see if we can do the same with the other one. Now we come over here. You can see there's the other connector up there. So we've got the one on this side, one right at the back there. Oops. Let me just call the dog. Rambo, Rambo, come on here, come on, Rambo, come on. Oh. Trick or treaters around and the dog's running around out there. Come on, in here. Come on, come on, in. Come on in. Come on. Rambo, here. Come on, good girl. Come on. Come here. No, Rambo, here. In. In. Come on. In. Rambo. In. Okay. So let's see if we can get to this. These other couple. Covered in little bits of dirt. Oh. No. Got it. There's one. Right, now the fun one again. So you have to go sort of around the back, or maybe, yeah, do the same as I did last time. It's contortionist. It's not the most torquey of things, this little chap, but it does have just enough to break this stuff. I don't know what newton meters it can get to. 45 it says. So yeah, it's pretty good for stuff like this. Right, so again, same sort of thing. Let's see. I'm just gonna try just give it a wiggle and pop this down. There we go. Ah. It's got this little metal tab sticking out. There we go. All right. Happy days. So that box is out. So looking back down the car, we've got this this centre section of exhaust, which yeah is bolted together on here. Interesting bolting going on there. Not sure why I did that. So this actually, apart from, I think it's just these two mounts here, and then obviously the clips at the front. So while we're down here, maybe we should just remove this quickly. So put me down here again. So, and what I'm going to do is just get a little extension bar, get to the back ones, pop these out of the way. My cough's trying to come back delightfully. Right, what did I say we need? Yes, so we'll need a we need a 10mm to get off the clamps actually while we're here. 10, there we go. All right. Oh, I should use my creeper really, but whatever. For once the garage floor isn't covered in yuck. So also, as much as, I mean, quick jacks, don't get me wrong, they are amazing, but you know, you only get so much clearance, right? So one, two, so there's the clamps off, and then, as I say, we've just got one, oops. Two. Shift you that way a little bit because you're about to get clonked. All right, and then I always did that one. So this is the last one. Hold it up. So if you use my knee. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay, so slide this forward a little bit, he says. So I'm going to shift you over here a minute so you don't get collateral damaged. So we've got the cross member bar down here, so I can just use that to wants to come. It's just the right hand side putting up a little fight. There we go. And there we go. So you see where it was mounted to off these little brackets that come off the Torx tube attachment. So this is the torque tube just here, goes all the way to the back, to the front of the car. This is the original one, I guess, and yeah, and now we've got this little center section of exhaust. There's a big hydraulic hose running all the way as well. So this center section again looks like we've just got some 10mm clamps to get it onto the. Oh, now then. So we've got one nice clamp, but for some reason I've used something off a Land Rover by the looks of it on that side. I don't really recall doing that. Isn't that always the case? Yeah, that is beautiful. So I bet that's going to cause fun. So let's get this one off anyway. Wow. Okay. Well, it's off enough. Now this center section, I don't think it's actually mounted. Oh, yeah, no, it's not. So this is purely on the. Okay, they are super corroded, which is right. Okay, so let's see. Oh. What size? Okay. Well, let's give it a go. What do you say? Yes. Right. Okay. Well, it's sort of off. Nice tight fit, this one. Oh, just get it off completely. Excellent. Okay. So, you know what we could do with our friend, the rubber persuader. I'm trying not to smack my head, as I've already done. So, okay. Not got anything to get my foot into for this one. Yeah. That one's definitely moving on that side. I'm getting cramp in my leg trying to do that. You know, you see these the YouTubers with the lovely ramps, get them nicely in the air. One can only aspire to such things. Right, then saying that, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. I've got the quick jack, which is awesome. Keep on twatting it, breaker. You'll get there. Is it actually moving? Yes, I think it is. Ow. It is moving, it's just moving very slowly. All right. Okay, right. Let's try going for the wiggle approach. All right. It's moved, but it's moved like 5 freaking mil. This is where you're thinking, ratchet strap. Another 2 mil. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Ow. If anything, I think I've just put it back in more. All right. So, let us. It's all right hitting it with a nice soft mallet, but what you really want is the lump hammer and a bit of wood. That is what we need here. And we'll go, no, we're giving up. Yep, right. Something more substantive. Oh. Now the only problem is my substantial hammer persuader is over the road in the house. I think. Yep. So what we got lying around? The woods, no. Okay. No, I've not got anything chunky enough. Right. I'm going to leave you here a moment. I'll be back very shortly. Dogs, come on. Ramble, Polly. Come on, Polly. Right. We now have a proper persuader. Let's see if it dare put up more of a fight. Okay. Oh. Oh, yeah. Right. Huh. Okay, we've now moved half a centimetre. We've got a lot more wiggle going on now. what to do is put the handle of this one through there. Doesn't make it push against my foot. There we go. Well, we've moved it another 5 mil, but I still can't see where the slots are cut. Where the slots are cut. It says, focus now. So where the slots are cut, I can still see metal on the inside, but we've moved like a centimetre. So at least it's moving. I mean, you know, progress. Jesus. Why will you not come off? Ow. Okay. So what worked out there is that I don't need to use a nice little bit of wood on the end, because it has a reinforced bit just here, which I think is designed to be twatted. So, because I can't see any marks on it where I've just been beating it. Happy days. Right, so here we have the cats with the, so you've got one section of cat just here, and then as we move over the top of the anti-roll bar, and then under the steering rack, our exhaust pipe does that. It goes squishy and then opens up again into the second cat before it reaches the downpipes, the headers. I always thought it was a bit interesting. So what we're probably going to have is some sensors. No, I can't feel any O2 sensors on that back one. So we've got one at the front there, and there'll be one on to the side. There we go. So I think basically looking at this, So I recall when I did the clutch is down there. That you can sort of see it. See a bit of it anyway. See the flywheel, the bottom of the flywheel. You can see the clutch in there. See the flywheel. So this is what I took this off last time. So that means if I took that off, these cats must have come out, which is good news because it means they're not going to put up too much of a fight. He says, famous last words. We've also got this cross. We've got this cross beam, just a little piece of strengthening bar that comes across, as well as the anti-roll bar. I don't recall taking the anti-roll bar off, and in fact, looking at the nuts on this, they don't look like they've been off ever. So yeah, that could be interesting. I think the chances of that coming off without snapping are slim to none, but at least we should be able to really get these cats off and give them a look at. I can't remember looking at them last time and seeing what they were looking like from the inside, but fingers crossed they're okay. Just got these little bits of box section just tangling down. And there's some sort of interesting jacking system that can be used on these things. I don't know. Yeah, there we go. But again, look at the sort of from a corrosion standpoint, we have got a lot of surface corrosion on these things. All I'd say is, if you've got one of these, I would be tempted to get it treated as soon as you can. Especially if you, like me, were driving it around in wetter climates, which, let's face it, if you're in the UK, probably chances are you are, or it just is a bit of a garage queen, I would imagine. Right. Okay. So we've got the lines going there. So what we'll do is, oh look, and there's, see now the torque tube going all the way back down, back to the gearbox at the base. So I think, yeah, so it's got we've got to disconnect this hose. It runs all the way front to back. Other than that, you're good. Okay, I think I'm done up here for a minute. You go about that. I'm going to otch on out. Oh, tell you what, this thing weighs an absolute bloody ton. Stick that out there. Get some tools out as well. Some clamps. Some sockets. Another socket. Let's get oh. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I don't need a light now. Cool. I got there. That was a 12. That's 13. Pliers. Those little chaps. All right. So yeah, this little resonator. I mean, so X-pipe, but I mean that is substantial. So yes, but if anyone needs a centre muffler, there is one coming up soon. The back boxes themselves, let's have a look at those. So they've gone very blurry. There we go. So yeah, these are a lot smaller than the standard ones. That's quite a bit noisier. So I think, yeah, the tail pipes look good. So I think all we really need here is a decent clean, and we should be back to shininess. Okay. Let's have a look, see what we've got lying around here. Something, bug remover, some cleaner. See what they look like under here. Nice. Hello. Lovely. Really? There we go. There we go. So a few scrapes from me fitting them, but basically they clean up quite well, considering that's just a bit of what was I using there? A bit of glass cleaner. So yeah, so good. So we'll get those both cleaned up, and they can go onto flea bay. Right. Oh yeah, let's have a look at these rear seats then. Let me just close up this door. Oh, let's get rid of that other black box around here while we got the door open. Oh. Okay, so this is another thing to come out, this rear glass. I wonder how this holds in. A lot of rear quarters are push popped in or have little clips. I'll have to play with that at some point. Right, okay, so let's go inside. Oh yeah, we got, there you go, 2 interior cams. Go with that one. Right. So yeah, so we had a look from the boot side, right? And there was nothing doing that showed how this thing is all connected. So I have a feeling good old plastic trim panel, and behind it, wowzers, is some box section and what is a 15 mils or whatever, but that is what is holding this thing in place, I guess. Happy days. So yeah, what's that? It's quite chunky bolts on that. Let's see. Would it be a 15 or would it be a 17? No. So I'm gonna commit to a 15. Let's commit. And cigar. Uh-huh. 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 Oh. Need a bit more reach. Oh. Annoying as hell. How are you going to that one? Because you got this thing in the way. Things don't want to come out of the way. So, okay. So, but definitely that is what's holding in place. So let's need a smaller socket, not a deep socket. So, what we got here? 15. There we go. Right. Well, not much to that really. So, pop that back in there so I don't lose it. There we go. Oh. Okay. So, what else we got in here? So then we've just got a whole heap of deadening, some seat belts, and I mean, is it? Oh yeah. Now we've got this rear parcel shelf type thing with little 10 mils that I know that's so there's a speakers going into it as well. But I do not know how it's held down. Let's see. I mean, it's possible. It's just these brackets that also hold the speakers. Well, let's undo them and see what happens. They are little 10s. Oh. I've got little connectors, speakers. I've got a little white connector here for something. Looks like we've got some sort of another little control box back here for something or other. Okay. Right, so that feels like the front is loose, but it feels like there's something from the back. So I'm going to check the boot quickly and just look upwards. Where I find 1, 2, 3 Phillips head screws that I had not spotted. Which I shall whip out quickly. One. As well as this real parcel shelf, there is also the third brake light inside here as well, which I guess is all part of that unit. But we will see. Or hopefully we'll see, because hopefully it will now come out. All right. Yep. It doesn't feel like there's anything particularly keeping it in now. He says. Well, maybe there is. Nothing under there. I wonder if it's just this trim panel. It feels like there's something still having it. Okay, I think maybe it's the sound deadening material, oddly, that's keeping it in. Okay, right, I can now see a bit better what we got going on there. So there's the parts. There's a little control module there, I wonder what that is. I wonder if that's an immobiliser or something. Let's see. Delphi Italia. It's a diversity box. I wonder what a diversity box does. It promotes diversity. Diversity and inclusion. There we go. Right. So yes, it was just the heat shield. Sorry, the sound deadening material. I've also got a connector for the rear lights, the rear brake light, which typically is a stubborn little bugger. Oh, come on. Got it. One rear light, parcel shelf, speaker cover, speaker assembly, and yeah, and that's how you get to your diversity box, if ever you should need. Yeah. So yeah, I think it was just basically just catching in these little sections were just catching in the deadening material. Right. Well, let's let's remove the diversity box. Weird. And we just got some wiring and all good. Okay. Yeah. There we go. So yeah, some pretty good nick. So happy days. Put that up there. Right. How many cameras we got inside here? Okay. So what else we got here? We've got these door cards. So there's a screw there. I guess we can pull these trimmers off. Let's just shift you around. Let's put some light on the subject. Right. So, what we got and where we got it? Well, first off, take this door seal off. He says. That's a good one. Cool. Blimey. Don't want that to come off then, do they? One door seal. USB cable running through under there, so let's chuck that over there for the time being. I wonder how these got some Maserati seal protector plates here, looking relatively decent condition, so try and get those off at some stage. Right, so what we got? We have got So usual thing, I guess. I think, yeah, so it's got a little hole in it. So this trim panel, this little alley piece is going to pop. Yes, it is. There we go. This job. And then one, two, three, and then we've got another. Wow, look at that one. It's a whopper. We've got another one right at the back here. So there we go. There's the door card piece itself. Anyway, with a little trim that sits inside it, and we've got the lower piece, which has got so that's that little trim piece. And then we've got some mighty large connectors back here, something or other. So I guess this is front to rear wiring loom, I suppose. We've got the seat belts. I guess there's a maybe they've got pre-tensioners on them, like an airbag. So, and if so, then that's, yeah, then we need to get those out. Obviously we've got the adjustable seat belt jobby there, and there's a screw behind that one. Obviously this is not going to come off for the time being, because obviously we've got the seat belt still all connected up here. Though I guess, yeah, behind there's a little trim piece there, and somehow that unclips somehow to get to the nut behind it and get that off. And I guess this is just going to unhook at the top once that is in place. Off the way. So we've whipped these off as well. If in doubt, just undo everything. So again, same thing with this trim panel. I think there's a seat belts running through it. So we should be able to, yeah, the seat belt, there's a bolt down there. The seat belt. So that's the lower trim panel. I'm going to guess, yeah, there's going to be a sticky door hanger. Everything's sticky. There we go. I couldn't see it, but there was a screw in there. So this is your lovely Maserati Ferrari sticky plastics. Okay. All right. So I guess all that's pretty much loose now. So let's just see if we can get, so this seat belt is on a mount here, so it slides, and then we've got that seat belt there, and then I wonder if this trim panel goes all the way across or whether it's split in half. No, it's split in half. So we do need to get this off. There we go. It just unclips, and then we've got a 17. 17? Any more than 17? Is it a 17? Here's 17. Oh, didn't want that to come off then. Okay. I'm going to guess. Yes, so it's just got a clip on the end of it for that little trim panel. And then, so that's our mechanism for the adjustable seat belt. And then we've got our actual belt down to that. And there's a little, again, just a little bar with a couple of clips on it retaining that. So yeah, there we go. We've got another screw up here, look. All right. So this seat belt, I guess again it's going to be a 17 down on the base here. So that's that one. Now, I guess it's going to go through there once you pop this little bit of plastic out the way. But we probably need to get it out to see that. And I'm going to guess there's another, yeah, there is. There's another screw right in the back corner. This piece of trim across here. All right. And then I guess there's going to be a clip in here somewhere. Yes. Right, and then we've got the connector for the little interior light. And there we go. Now, there are indeed two tiny little screws holding this little black plastic jobby in place. So those little screws need to come out before we can pass the seat belt through there. So yeah, so we need to get those. So we just need a little tiny screwdriver, little Phillips tiny jobby. Was that small enough? That one surely is. I'm going to put this back in rather than just flinging the screws as I tend to do. Still tried to make an escape for it, eh? So just pop that out, and then you can put it on its side and pass it through, and pass that through, and pass that through, and pass that through. And there we go. We are good. So now we want, oh yeah, okay, because obviously that's now staying with the seatbelt. So what I'll do is put screws back in. Someone might be grateful for that. Someone might not be, but whatever. Okay, so that's that. Yet another trim piece. Oh. Right, let's see what else we got going on then. So interestingly then, our window, I did wonder if it was a bolted in or a bonded in thing. It most definitely looks to be bonded in. In fact, I can see sort of the silicone stroke stuff there. Yeah, I have to have a look at that. I guess it comes round. So it's obviously in some sort of a rubberized mount that's then bonded just around the seam. So, okay, cool. Let's just whip the rest of these bits of seatbelt out. Why not, while we're here? So we've got the rear. It's the little rear one, and then there we go. One rear seat belts. Click that. I can't imagine they're the kind of thing that go. I can't imagine rear seat belts on these things get a lot of use. I mean, my kids did like for going for a ride in this thing, but we didn't use this that much for the school run and things. I'm just going to try and pull this little trim panel off as well. Ah, yeah, okay. So that was just clipped in. Sorry, that was over here. The one just above my head, so why not? They do a beautiful leather headlining for these things, but mine does not have the beautiful leather headlining, unfortunately, because they are very in demand. Got some. Right. Let's just whip this one off as well while we're doing seat belts. So, okay. So this one's got little plastic covers. A little plastic cover, sorry. I'm guessing it just hooks in on the other side. It's easy enough. So that was that one, and then I guess this lower one, I think I'm going to need an extension bar again just to get to. There we go. That's it. Oh, nearly was it. Okay, and then yeah, so again, it's got the little yellow warning, airbag explosive, and all that kind of stuff. So just try and pop the connector off. Again, these airbag connectors, I never quite get my head around what and how. Yeah, I cannot work out quite what's going into what on that one. Okay, so again, it's got a little safety thing at the back. There we go. They always have these sort of secondary so you can't accidentally unplug them, I guess. Right, and then finally we've got this little bar that's coming through here. Again, it's just got a little clip on it. I'll pull that out. There we go. One front seat belt. Obviously the side of that is on the chair, on the seat. All right. Okay. Obviously we've got a speaker here. They're not going to be any good to anybody. Oh yeah, let's see if. So that is, yes, it's 13mm. So let's just take off this adjuster as well. Okay. Oops. Lovely. Add it to the pile. Yeah, I think we're basically done with all the big bits on this side. We should take the fuel filler. That's the only other bit on this side, really, I guess. I've got a trim panel here. Let's just while we're on a roll with trim panels, let's just whip this one off as well. Well, let's just undo this screw and see what happens, right? Okay, yeah, that's my kind of trim panel removal. Compartmenter. Lovely. Again, a bit of sticky for a little air vent there. Lovely. Right. Interestingly, then I can actually see there's already a bolt now appeared for the top of the dashboard. Interesting. Yeah, we've also got a little sensor here, I guess, probably for the alarm system, maybe. What we got here? The plonk. Sorry, little static cam. We got a. So the little sun visor here is a little bit scuzzy. It's got some discoloration on it here, like it's got wet at some point. Oddly, yeah, it's kind of mottled. They're not particularly exciting anyway. They're just sort of the same material as the wafty headlining. Waft. But yeah, whatever. Okay, right. Good. So, I mean, basically, I've got rinse and repeat with those bits because I've got the other side, but we're not going to do it now because we're bored of that now. It'll be a quick job for another day. Yeah, so I mean, it's looking much more sparse in here now, so that's good. Good progress, I think. We have got the center tunnel still to whip out. I guess what we should do now, we're at a stage where the camera in here can go round to the way. Oops. There we go. You go there a second. Right. Okay. Right. Okay, he's up there now. Right. So these doors now are pretty much stripped as well. There's nothing in either of the doors. So yeah, we've just got the center console section. Got the stereo to pop out, and really then it's all down to the dash for things like the instrument binnacle and the glove box. We'll try and pull those bits, and yeah, just that rear corner really of the interior, and then we are good. I'm going to imagine the carpet's going to be of no use to anybody, and neither the floor mats, because I don't think the floor mats are genuine Mazda ones, not at 80,000 miles anyway. I can't imagine. Yeah. So what else? What else? Yeah. Glove box. Yeah. That's it really. Yeah, let's just have a quick look at the. Oh, we got some big old latency going on the camera, right? What's going on there? Hey, like okay, that sucks if it's been doing that. Oh well. As I say, tomorrow, Amazon delivery, GoPro. Oh, right, okay, yeah. I forgot. You have to pull a button to get to that, right? Where's the button for the... Oh my God, it's been so long since I've fueled this thing up. I think it's electric. Oh God. I'm gonna have to power it up. Yeah, I have a distinct recollection of having a button to press. I wonder whether what's going to do when it... What you gonna do? What you gonna do is put the battery in. See what blows up. Okay, I think what we can safely say is this camera is not happy. I'm going to pop it down here. You stay static. And let's go on one of those. No. Yeah, that sucks. The problem is I'm not looking at what's happening with the camera to know that. I think that's the thing, right? Okay, as I said, it's a free bit of software that I'm trying to do this sort of streaming from the iPhone with, and it does seem a bit hit and miss. I mean, I've got a decent network here, right? So, okay, let's power this up. I'll put some power to it and see what happens. So, Posy. Oh. Not happy. See the pump's just tried to prime. Okay. The button, there's a button in the glove box that covers the hatch, and what it's done is I've just pushed it in and it's sort of jammed in. So what we have is a knackered button. And now I don't know how to get out. Aha! I just jimmied something in from the back end, the little pointy thingy, and that seems to have kicked it into action. And indeed, the fuel flap has opened. Yay! Okay. So we'll lock the power off. All right. So there we go. I'm going to call it for this evening. Thanks for watching, and yeah, be more again probably tomorrow night. Actually, we're cracking on. Have a good one.